Two of the most corrupt judges in U.S. history are Thomas J. Maloney and Martin T. Manton. Their stories reveal profound breaches of judicial ethics and have left lasting impacts on the justice system. Thomas J. Maloney was a Cook County, Illinois judge who served from 1977 until his arrest in 1991 for bribery. Maloney was deeply involved in one of the largest judicial corruption scandals, Operation Greylord, an FBI investigation into corruption in the Chicago courts. He was convicted of accepting multiple bribes, including fixing 3 murder cases for cash payments. Maloney's corruption was so blatant that he became infamous as the worst of the worst. He served 12 years in prison after being sentenced to 15 years for rigging cases. Before becoming a judge, Maloney reportedly paid off another judge to acquit a defendant in a murder trial. Among his cases, the brutal triple murder conviction of gangster William Bracey was scrutinized after Maloney's conviction because of potential bribery influence. Another notable case involved Robert Gaccio, who was convicted despite refusing to pay Maloney a $10,000 bribe. The judge reportedly retaliated by harsh treatment and bias against Gaccio. Maloney's corruption led to reopened cases and heightened scrutiny of judicial integrity in Cook County, illustrating a judicial betrayal of public trust on an egregious scale. Martin T. Manton was a federal judge in New York during the 1930s. His corruption scandal is one of the earliest and most disturbing federal judicial ethics breaches in American history. Manton was deeply intertwined with political machines and organized crime figures, such as those connected to Tammany Hall, New York's notorious political patronage system. He accepted large loans and gifts from underworld figures and rubber-stamped the release of dangerous criminals through bail payoffs arranged by gangsters. Reports and FBI files reveal Manton received payoffs to secure the release of mob bosses Louis Lepke Buchalter and Jacob Gura Shapiro, who, once released, orchestrated the killing of witnesses against them. Despite existing criminal laws and judicial ethics codes, accountability was initially slow, with FBI and Justice Department inaction until a reporter exposed his deeds publicly. Ultimately, Manton was convicted, sentenced to 2 years in prison, but maintained to the end that his rulings were unaffected by bribes. The appeals court rejected this, emphasizing the essential principle that judicial decisions cannot be for sale. His case remains a stark reminder of how judicial corruption threatens the very foundation of impartial justice. Together, these judges represent 2 of the darkest examples of judicial corruption in U.S. history. Maloney's brazen manipulation of murder trials for financial gain in a state court, and Manton's federal abuse of power intertwined with organized crime and political patronage in New York. Both cases prompted reforms and greater vigilance about judicial ethics, highlighting the critical need for transparency and accountability to uphold the rule of law. Their legacies serve as cautionary tales about the vulnerability of even high judicial offices to corruption that can undermine public trust